Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. The man accused of robbing a BP gas station on Holman Drive is now in custody. William Brink was found by police this morning on State Road 35 and has now been booked into the La Crosse County Jail. Following the accused robbery on Thursday night, police chased Brink while he fled into waters at Goose Island Campground. The heavy storms today in La Crosse led to some serious weather-related damage. Dashcam footage shows a tree falling in front of a police car just moments before he would have driven past it. The officer stopped just in time after noticing the tree starting to fall.
I just had a tree come down through a power line. I have lines down on the ground.
The storms have caused many trees and power lines to fall throughout the area.
Yeah, we definitely had an active start to the day out there, but ever since then it's been fairly quiet, so we had a good break for our evening hours, and now we're still looking at a dry and clear radar, but that's not going to be the case for the entire overnight period. We do have some more storms coming in as we go into the very early hours of tomorrow. Before we get to that, though, here's our rain totals for today. You can definitely see where the heaviest fell just north of Arcadia. There were reports of over 3 inches of rain, maybe even some more isolated higher amounts within that area as well. In La Crosse, just over ½ an inch, and Eau Claire just getting below 1.5 inches. We do have some more rain on the way, though, and that's going to be coming as a system that's way off in Nebraska right now really trucks its way on up into Iowa overnight, giving us some activity as we go into the very early hours of the morning. You can see that in La Crosse, about a 40% chance of showers through about 4 to 6 in the morning. Eau Claire, not quite as high of a chance. A lot of that shower activity in the morning is really going to be remaining further south, and that's how you can see these flood watches are in state. But I'll have a little bit more details on the flood watches and some of those showers coming into the area and how long they're lasting tomorrow coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Nicole. As Nicole was saying, the rain really has been coming down out there. Drivers are seeing some slick road conditions caused by the rain. Take it slow through the rain and drive safe this weekend. Irish Fest is hosting one of the most competitive sports. The tug-of-war competition has brought in some fierce competitors from across the Midwest. The local event was postponed due to weather, but then later went on as planned.
Every team just kind of fights until the last minute. So, you see other teams, they pull for a little bit, get tired and give up. That's not what it's like here. Everybody's fighting to the very end.
Irish Fest will continue to host events for the community this weekend until tomorrow evening. Flags are flown at half-staff today throughout Wisconsin. The half-staff flags honor World War II fallen soldier Private Herbert McLaughlin. He was killed in action following the attack on Pearl Harbor. McLaughlin's remains are being transported to Shawano to be buried in his hometown. A police officer and a gunman are both left dead after a shooting at the CDC campus in Atlanta. CBS News' Dave Malkoff has more details.
The sound of rapid-fire gunshots rang out at this Atlanta area CVS Friday afternoon. The ground later covered in shell casings. Police say 30-year-old Patrick Joseph White of nearby Kennesaw, Georgia, was found dead on the second floor of the CVS, armed with a long gun. Several other firearms were also recovered. Across the street, the CDC, one of the nation's most prominent public health institutions. The CDC director says 4 buildings were hit, bullets through the windows at the end of a busy work week with people inside. Nearby Emory University sent out a campus-wide warning: run, hide, fight. Dozens of officers responded. It is unclear if the suspect took his own life or was shot by authorities.
Be advised at this time we're getting additional call of an officer down.
Police say 33-year-old Officer David Rose of the DeKalb County Police Department was shot and killed.
This evening there is a wife without a husband. There are 3 children, 1 unborn without a father.
Outside Emory Hospital, fellow officers lined up for him, and this morning lowered flags to half-staff. This man, who told us he's worked at the CDC for over 20 years, was overcome with emotion thinking of Officer Rose. None of his colleagues were injured, but he feels they were the targets of this violence. Officer Rose had only joined the DeKalb Police back in September. Before that, he served 4 years as a Marine with a deployment to Afghanistan, only to lose his life back here at home on this corner. Dave Malkoff, CBS News at the CDC.
Authorities believe the primary motive for the attack was the gunman's belief in a COVID vaccine conspiracy theory. Another shooting in Illinois left a Gibson City officer and Ford County deputy with non-life-threatening injuries. At 2:31 a.m., police say they responded to a report of gunshots. Police say the shooter was 70-year-old David Jordan, who was last seen at his home that is now burned to the ground. One witness says he saw police searching the area with guns drawn at around 8 a.m.
3 state troopers came around the house right across the street from me, guns drawn, and went into the house. That house is abandoned. There's no one living in there now.
Police say they are searching for Jordan and he is considered armed and dangerous. The efforts to end the war in Ukraine continue. President Trump announced late Friday he will meet face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska August 15th in an effort to bring Russia's war with Ukraine to an end. The Alaska meeting comes after months of U.S. meetings and phone calls with Russian President Putin and with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, pushing for a peace deal.
As president, my highest aspiration is to bring peace and stability to the world.
The meeting comes shortly after a meeting Trump held to end decades of fighting between Azerbaijan and Armenia. Thousands have gathered in the streets of Tel Aviv to call an end to the war in Gaza. They gather in the city's square and streets weekly to protest the war. The protests are coming just days after Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and his cabinet decided to announce a plan to take over Gaza City. 4 astronauts have splashed down after 148 days in space. The crew returns from the International Space Station aboard the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft, which landed off the coast of San Diego. The crew will undergo medical checks before being flown via helicopter to meet up with a NASA aircraft bound for Houston. Kids may be heading back to school soon, but that doesn't mean your house has to be empty. The La Crescent Animal Rescue is hosting open house hours to meet adoptable cats and kittens. Volunteers say all are welcome to visit with the animals.
They can visit with them and get a sense of what their personality might be like before they go through that entire adoption process.
Open house hours are Saturdays at 10 to 1 and Wednesdays at 4 to 7. Adoption applications can be picked up in person or found on the La Crescent Animal Rescue's website. A boot camp in La Crosse is teaching expecting fathers and new dads how to care for their children. The boot camp teaches participants how to change diapers, hold a newborn, and many other skills. But the camp also teaches fathers how to assist the mothers in their journey of parenting together.
I love seeing how nervous and anxious everyone is coming in, and then they leave just really excited to be a dad.
The camp's goal is to give the new fathers confidence as they prepare to raise their kids. Still to come, it may be time to invest in an air purifier in order to help your heart. We'll have the full story when we come back.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
A home you love, a business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work, we build it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like select name brand tires, buy 3, get 1 free for rewards members. 10% off Carl Star specialty tires. Rewards members save 15%. And select Best Air furnace filters, just $19.99. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Studies show that nearly half of Americans are unaware of vaccines recommended for them. A UC Riverside study found that more than 80% of people haven't gotten vaccines they should be taking. Researchers recommend doctors talk to patients who visit the ER about recommended vaccines, especially among groups with low vaccination rates. This includes Black communities, the uninsured, and people without a primary care doctor. Exposure to air pollution is dangerous for heart health, but using an air purifier could help. A study by UConn Health found people who used a portable HEPA filter at home saw their blood pressure drop. This can be especially beneficial for individuals exposed to air pollution, such as those living near high-traffic roadways. The study highlights how the air we breathe at home impacts our health. And children and young adults who spend a lot of time looking at screens and electronic devices may have a higher risk for high blood pressure and high cholesterol. A study by the University of Copenhagen found every extra hour of daily screen time raises the risk of cardiovascular problems for 10-year-olds and 18-year-olds. Researchers say part of the reason may be that excess screen time is linked with not getting enough sleep. America's favorite coupons are back, and Apple opens up its wallets to avoid tariffs. Michael George has your eye on Consumer Report.
President Trump says he's planning 100% tariffs on imported computer chips unless companies build in the United States. Apple took a bite out of that offer and announced an additional $100 billion investment in domestic production. Semiconductor chips power everything from electronics and electric vehicles to MRI machines in healthcare. Economic analysts say if those chips cost more, products and services could cost more too. One Federal Reserve official tells CBS News shoppers should brace for price increases, with many businesses expected to pass on the costs of the Trump administration's tariffs. Companies like Procter & Gamble have already announced price hikes. A poll from the Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs Research found that 53% of Americans say grocery prices are a major source of stress right now.
I'm bringing back in-person shopping.
Opening day. Well, dust off those old Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. The store is back. A brick and mortar opened in suburban Nashville, Tennessee this week, rebranded as Bed Bath & Beyond Home. Best of all, they're accepting those blue and white coupons. Shoppers may see more stores pop up across the country. That's your Eye on Consumer Report. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Coming up, an update on wildfire damage across the nation. Wildfires continue to rage across
and back
the
here
American
at home, we
West.
have some more rain on the way that goes throughout the morning hours and into this overnight period. I'll have more details on who will see the rain and when it finally moves out of the area coming up right after the break.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
They often say variety is the spice of life. Well, if that's what you're looking for, the Board Store is your destination because we have variety. We have windows and doors. We have siding. We have sunrooms. We have kitchens. We have bathrooms. We have flooring. We have tile. Whatever your home improvement needs are, interior or exterior, there's no better destination than the Board Store showrooms at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse.
Furnish your home with The Forest at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best priced furniture store. Browse cozy Amish rockers, customizable easy sofas made in Wisconsin, and stunning handmade dining sets in hickory, walnut, aspen, and barnwood. Shop pantries, counter bars, gun cabinets, and more. Style your space this season with our cabin rug collection, multiple sizes available. Swing by the bed shed for rustic bedroom sets, bunk beds, and Amish-made office furniture. Family and veteran-owned. Visit Black River Furniture Outlet this summer.
Coulee Region Women, your area's award-winning magazine, is now available. In our Animals and Agriculture issue, we celebrate women working with flora and fauna, starting with Organic Valley's CEO, Shauna Nelson. Gain an appreciation of bugs with Krista Hamilton, sample farm to table at Driftless Cafe, be charmed by Flower the Skunk, and meet the goat farmers inspired by Rainbow Ridge Farms. Don't miss the La Crosse Area Builders Association Parade of Homes Guide. Pick up your copy at area merchants or go to crwmagazine.com to read online.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And get great savings on red seedless grapes, just $1.99 a pound. 8-ounce New York strips, just $7.99. And Lay's kettle cooked or rolled gold, just $1.99 when you buy 3. Save in-store and online Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Wildfires continue to rage across the American West. The Gifford Fire in California has burned more than 100,000 acres, but is currently 28% contained. The Lee Fire in Colorado has burned over 88,000 acres, with the Grand Canyon Fire closing the North Rim for the season.
If I don't have a home, it's okay. You know, everybody else is safe.
These fires come just 2 years after the most devastating fire in modern U.S. history, the Maui fires. The Maui fires killed at least 102 people and displaced 5,000 more. Nebraskans recorded a devastating thunderstorm. The video shows lightning filling the sky. A severe thunderstorm earlier today battered parts of Nebraska with destructive wind of up to 80 miles per hour, according to the National Weather Service. Lightning illuminated the sky over Ashland, Nebraska, a city about 38 miles southwest of Omaha. The National Weather Service also warned residents of possible pea-sized hail. Nicole has more information for us on what's coming up in the weather. Nicole, what can we expect?
Well, we definitely saw some of that thunderstorm activity back here earlier on today, and we don't have any wildfires in the area, thankfully. But there are some signs where, unfortunately, we might be seeing a little bit more haze moving into the area in the next upcoming days. So let's dive right into it. Starting first with those thunderstorm chances. We already saw some to start, and that's really saturated the ground. A lot of that soil is pretty heavy with water right now. Areas further south actually missed out on the heaviest of that rain earlier on today, but we're predicting additional heavy amounts coming in overnight and into tomorrow morning. So because of that, flood watches have been issued for both Richland and Crawford counties. These are area flood watches, meaning that that heavy rainfall could cause some localized flooding either in urban areas like your streets or in some of those lower lying areas like River Valley. So definitely something to be aware of, really, for anyone south of I-90, because we do have some potentially more thunderstorms coming into the area, not really tracking any severe thunderstorms, so to say, but it could be bringing some additional heavy rainfall to the area. So let's start it off 4 a.m. as we go into tonight and into tomorrow morning, starting to see some scattered, more so isolated thunderstorms popping up south of I-90. Those will continue on for a couple hours into the early morning, but as we get into the later morning hours, we'll start to see some more widespread showers moving across. Again, staying for the most part south of I-90 until we get into the afternoon. That's when we can see some more isolated activity getting a bit further north. Not really seeing a whole lot of additional rainfall associated with that, and really most of us north of I-94 will stay dry for much of Sunday, but still a chance to get a couple sprinkles out there nonetheless. As we go into the evening hours, then we could still see some additional thunderstorms, mainly for areas east of the Mississippi throughout the early evening hours. By the late evening, it's looking like we should be dry. So a very similar condition or situation to what we saw today, where a lot of the rain fell pretty early on in the day, but it leaves us with a mostly dry evening ahead of us to finish the weekend out. As far as rain totals go, it's still really looking like the heaviest of the rain is going to be staying near or south of I-90. This is really going to be dependent on when those thunderstorms start to form up, but if you do find yourself under a thunderstorm, there is the possibility where you could be seeing over an inch, closer to 2 inches locally, so definitely something to be aware of. This will be on top of the rain that we already saw today. Flooding concerns are definitely something to be thinking about as we go into tomorrow. Overnight lows tonight staying on the warmer side still, much of the area close to 70 degrees. Some of us, though, getting below that. 70 for your low in La Crosse, a nice 66 in Eau Claire when you're you're waking up in the morning. And then tomorrow's highs actually staying somewhat mild or even on a tad bit cooler side because of that rain, and that cloud coverage will be staying close to average, if not a little bit below. 84 for both your high in La Crosse and Eau Claire to finish the weekend out tomorrow, but some locations, Viroqua, Decorah, Caledonia, all getting below that 80-degree mark. So overall, a somewhat cooler day across the area. And then there's the haze likely coming back, at least into Minnesota. For now, air quality alerts across the entire state of Minnesota starting tomorrow morning at 9 and lasting all the way until Tuesday morning at 9. We could see some extensions in this, or it could move over into Wisconsin. So we take a look at our smoke tracker. Not seeing a whole lot when the alert starts tomorrow morning, but as we go throughout the day, especially into Monday, that's when we start to see a lot of the haze returning, at least into Minnesota. As we get a little bit later into the day Monday, though, we could see some of that moving over into our area. So definitely something to be on the lookout for. Right now, we're just tracking that haze to affect folks in more sensitive groups, so it doesn't look like it would get as nearly as bad as we were just about a week and a half ago, but still seeing likely haze returning to the forecast. That's the worst part about the job. You always have to be the bringer of bad news, but apart from the haze, the temperatures are looking pretty nice to start the week off.
That's good to hear. I'm ready for cooler temperatures to come.
Fall weather
I'm a fall
is definitely,
girl.
it's on the edge of the horizon, so just a little longer.
Well, thank you, Nicole. All right, coming up next in sports, the Brewers were going for their 8th straight win, plus a look into the Packers' preseason debut at Lambeau tonight. Kate will have the details after the break.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
So that no matter what mess you brought into this church today, no matter what addiction and what struggle, no matter how many times you've doubted God or questioned God, that because of Jesus Christ, God's not holding it over your head. Instead, there is this amazing grace, there is this unconditional love that you and I can say, God doesn't just put up with us. God loves us.
Join Pastor Mike Novotny each Sunday. Watch Time of Grace on Channel 8, WKBT.
Stay current with your day every day on News 8 Now at 6. Ken and Emily bring you the local stories important to you. And First Warn Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart keeps you safe and ahead of the storm. Your team, each weeknight at 6.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Football is officially back tonight. The Green Bay Packers took the field for their first of 3 preseason games. Tonight's action in Lambeau as the Green and Gold host the New York Jets. A lot of the Packers starters in action, but they were certainly in preseason form. Let's go there. First drive of the game, 3rd and 1. Love dropping back, goes to Romeo Doubs, but it's broken up by Sauce Gardner. Packers would be forced to punt, and the Green Bay defense, a rough start for them as well. 3rd and 5. Justin Fields scrambling, takes off to the end zone and scores from 13 yards out. Jets in front. All right, next Green Bay drive on 3rd and 7. Love He's going to find the rookie, Matthew Golden, for the first down. That was Love's only completion, 1 of 5 in his only 2 drives of the game. Packers eventually punt again, but this time the defense coming up big. A huge 4th-and-1 stop. And after that, the starters out of the game, but even the second strings were struggling. Malik Willis feeling the pressure. He's stripped, and the Jets score on the fumble. An ugly first game of the preseason, 30-10 in favor of New York. But we'll worry when the games start to count. Green Bay will go again next Saturday at noon in Indianapolis. Vikings also in preseason action. J.J. McCarthy making his return to the field after suffering a torn meniscus last preseason. And he was looking sharp in his only drive of the game. Let's go there, 3rd and 4. McCarthy going to find Jordan Addison for the first down. Remember, Addison will be suspended for the first 3 regular season games this year, but he was looking good early in this one. A few plays later, 2nd and 5, McCarthy going down the field, and Addison laying out for the grab, makes the catch for another first down. And then later on 4th down, Vikings going for it because it's preseason. Why not? And McCarthy showing off the healthy knee, picks up the first down. Now the drive would stall from there. Will Reichard would punch one through for the field goal. McCarthy would finish 4 of 7 for 30 yards. It wasn't much for the Vikings QB, but he looked healthy and ready for the season. On the baseball side of things, the Milwaukee Brewers going for their 8th straight win tonight as they look to follow up last night's crazy ending, taking on the New York Mets. So let's go to American Family Field. Brewers down 1 in the 4th, but in steps Bryce Terang as he sends a bomb out to center field. His 4th home run in the last 6 games. This one's tied at 3. 7th inning, now tied at 4, but Isaac Collins, a hard ground ball to 3rd. The Mets defense can't handle it. Brewers take a 1-run lead. Very next batter, and William Contreras is going to blow the roof off of AmFam. A 2-run shot. The Brewers would go on to win 7-4. It's their 8th straight win. They've won 11 of their last 12, and they still have the best record in baseball. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow afternoon. No ground gained in the division, however, as the Cubs get back on track with a 9-1 win over the Cardinals. So Milwaukee will go into Sunday with a 5-game lead at the top. Over to the American League. Twins looking to stay hot, hosting the Kansas City Royals, but trouble in the 3rd as Mikael Garcia finds the gap in right field. That's going to score a run. Royals jump in front. Same score in the 9th, and Jonathan India, he's going to single into left. That'll score another as the Twins had no answer. They fall in this one 2-0. Northwoods League baseball season is wrapping up. Loggers with their last regular season home game earlier tonight, but they've got a home playoff game on Sunday. They will host the Duluth Huskies starting just after 5 o'clock. It's a best-of-3 series with Game 2, and if needed, Game 3 being played in Duluth. All right, Brooklyn, it's your first weekend here with us. I wanted to ask you, we were talking, you did some dancing in college. Tell me about that.
Yes, so I was a student athlete in high school and college. I was on the competitive dance team at both my high school and college, and we competed in pom, jazz, hip hop, those type of things.
I'm not much of a dancer, but what's your favorite type of dance?
I love pom. So pom is very sharp movements with pom-poms. It can get confusing with cheerleading, but it's different, I promise.
Yes,
that's probably my favorite.
All right, well, I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about you as you join us more. All right, we'll have more news after the break.
Save the date for Coon Valley Heritage Day, a fun-filled time to celebrate and preserve Coon Valley history. There will be a softball tournament, tractor ride, market, car show, music, food trucks, and fireworks. That's Saturday, August 23rd in Coon Valley.
From the creators of bacon, Applewood smoked ham, ham and Swiss melts, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like these Clorox wipes, $4.99 for rewards members. 1-pound bags of Dots pretzels, $5.99. And select name brand tires, rewards members can buy 3, get 1 free, and get an extra $20 instant savings. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a Triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Save the date for Coon Valley Heritage Day, a fun-filled time to celebrate and preserve Coon Valley history. There'll be a softball tournament, tractor ride, market, car show, music, food trucks, and fireworks. That's Saturday, August 23rd in Coon Valley.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The Oregon Zoo welcomes a new baby elephant who's making a splash. The zoo says baby elephant Tala 2 has delighted visitors with her playful personality and is already sparking community connections. Tala 2 and her mom are Asian elephants, an endangered species that the zoo hopes to preserve.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back. Now with Skyrizi, I'm all in with clearer skin.
Things are getting clearer. I feel free to bare my skin, yeah, that's all me. Nothing is everything.
With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months, and most people were clearer even at 5 years. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Listen up, Wisconsin. There's always something exciting in the mix with scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. And the newest games to make some noise, Packers Scratch Games, with over $7.8 million in instant cash prizes, plus a bonus drawing for 4 Packers season tickets for 1 year, and 195 other Packers prizes. Available now at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Back to school means back to routines, and Wesco Home is here to help you start strong. Right now, get up to 25% off all mattresses and dining tables during our back to school sale. Or take time to relax with a comfy new recliner. Rest easy and reconnect with the furniture that fits your life and your budget. With easy financing options available. See store for details. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, your sleeping forecast isn't looking too bad if you're north of I-90 tonight. And even everybody else, you will get some maybe rumbles of thunder a little bit later into the night, more so in the early morning for folks south of I-90. And again, some heavy rain potential with that, especially in the morning hours. But after that, Sunday not looking too bad. We'll have fairly mild temperatures out there. And like you said, I hope fall is right around the corner. So I don't want another 90-degree day.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.